The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Welcome, everybody, to another Friday night, another House of Stein Hot 10, this time without Stein. Stein will hopefully be here at some point during the show. He got pulled away for something, but don't worry, we have a list, and we're going to go through it. So how you guys doing? What up, Yee, Hood, brothers?
Doing pretty good.
What's up, man?
So last week was
week's
not
show.
the Hot 10
Ooh.
show. Was not the Hot 10 comic show. And this week it's not the House of Stein comic channel or something, right? Is that how that works?
Well, last week's show was excellent, man.
We gotta figure out how to squeeze in some other artists and stuff like that. I got some shit because I said Drain, and it's like you can't compare him to McFarlane and shit like that. And like I'm all, like I haven't seen McFarlane draw a badass chick. Like show what cover. So we can compare, bro.
We also did say we were gonna do a giveaway from the comments last week.
Oh, that's
on the rewind. Stein has the giveaway, but I think we can still select a name, or should we wait for him to come back?
I think we'll be able to figure it out. We'll do it at the end of the show.
Or when Stein deal with all that stuff since he's late.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Well, we do have some woe/blow covers of the week, so why don't we get into them? Starting off with our woe cover of the week. Whoa. This beautiful Dan Panosian Resurrection Man Quantum Karma #1, which just came out. This is absolutely gorgeous. The DeCall A cover for this is beautiful. But man, this one good. Holy shit. Like next level.
Yeah, that's badass.
This is pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of good covers for this. The 1 in 25 wasn't bad. Like I said, the DeCall wasn't bad. But Panosian is like on fire right now. It's unreal. It really is.
El Fuego, bro.
Yeah. Big time. And that is our woe. That means we do have a blow book this week.
That blows.
Billy Ray Cyrus from Marvel Comics, Marvel Music back in the day. This is a Dan Barry cover, and Hood pulled this one out at last minute. And it's kind of funny because that Billy kind of looks like a different Billy that we know. That looks like a young Billy Tucci right there. Look at that.
Bro, I'll tell you what happened with this book, bro. This is an important book. Rob Liefeld saw this book and saw that chest on Billy Ray and fucking did the Cap book. Now, if you could pull up the Captain America book, we're going to find out that Billy Ray Cyrus was Rob Liefeld's muse. I'm telling you. Pull it up.
Are you really saying that Billy Ray Cyrus is Captain America? Like that's America?
What I'm saying. That in Rob Liefeld's eyes, Billy Ray is Captain America.
Because that's America's chest for you.
Yeah, look, it's Billy Ray.
Look at let's find a young Billy Tucci. Let's find a young Billy Tucci. Hold on. Let's see if we can
Doc
find.
Joe is saying that's worse than Joe Dirt.
Hey, yeah, it does look like Van Damme, bro.
Joe Dirt.
It looks like a young Billy Tucci,
yeah,
dude.
It looks like Van Damme, bro.
Where's the Billy Tucci pic from The Wizard? Have you guys ever seen that?
Do they have a mullet?
Yeah.
Nice.
I gotta send a shout out to my buddy at the comic shop, man. You know it's a cool shop when he's playing fucking Van Damme movies and
Anyways.
shit and fucking Lionheart.
There's your
Also like,
blow book of the week. So good shit. Good shit. Let's get into Buy the Dip. Starting off with not that, with this. Edge of Spider-Verse #2, the 5th printing. Like kind of like an orange yellow cover, right?
Yeah, you know how during that time period the first prints were all like red and then so they just kind of changed different colors. The 5th print is
like
the
the
orange one.
Which
So-
one is the 6? Is the 6 purple? Is there a 6?
No, there's not a 6 printing. Like the only time you could consider like the Spider-Gwen 0, I guess.
Oh,
like,
that's
kind of
what
like
it
the
is. Yeah.
like the 6th print where it has the issue 2, and I think the first issue of the miniseries that was right after it. But anyways, the 5th print, you have your traditional Edge of Spider-Verse 2 cover with the orange bottom. This recently had a auction at a 9.8 that sold for $57.
wow.
Which is the all-time low for the year. So far, the all-time high has been $150. We'll compare the numbers to last year. Last year was a high of $135 and a low of $69. This had an all-time high of $335.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Like,
Right?
just hold on to your books, bro. Fuck,
Well-
$50. What are you gonna do with that? Fuck, man.
I feel like if you're trying to complete the rainbow, right? First, second, third, fourth, 5th print, now is the time to pick up those like Spider-Gwen books. Like
Totally.
I imagine the number 0 2nd print with that teal background.
Yeah.
Like those are probably like not too expensive of what they once were.
Hey, do we think? I know, Joe, you still think that chick that was been cast in the new Spider-Man movie is Gwen Stacy, right?
Could be. Yeah.
Do you think she's been cast to play Spider-Gwen?
Man, I don't know.
What could they do that though? Because Gwen, wouldn't she be part of Sony? Or I guess it
But
is.
Let me
so
tell
that
you,
could-
if
it-
Miles and Gwen are gonna pop out, it's gonna be in this new Spider-Man, dude. I'm telling
Exactly. Totally,
Like-
because that's the whole reason behind this whole thing where
you.
Spider-Man
Absolutely.
is going to be part 2 of Avengers Doomsday. You got all the different timelines converging on Avengers Doomsday. You got the X-Men,
Absolutely.
the Fox series, you got all that stuff. I could see Spider-Gwen popping in for most of the movie, and then at the very end, Miles pops in of
Mhm.
Spider-Man 4, because Spider-Man 4 is going to be Avengers Doomsday part 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, that's that's the last play right there. I mean, it makes sense, and that's been the biggest rumor that she was cast to play Gwen Stacy. So
I would say it also depends on. Would it also depend on kind of like Tom Holland's contract? Because like I feel like if they're gonna shift gears to like a Miles Gwen kind of universe, then like you kind of leave Peter behind, right?
Well, Tom doesn't want to be playing. The rumor is he doesn't want to be playing Miles or Peter much longer. So this is a perfect time period for it.
To like do that that handoff.
well, there was an interview with Tom Holland, like talking about Miles Morales. So
Yep.
and it struck me as kind of weird. Like after all these years, I mean, he's now being discussed. Like that's the first time I've heard Tom Holland say Miles Morales. So.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
So I mean I would hold on to these books just
Complete-
a little bit longer. I mean, like
I can't take the credit for completing the rainbow because that's a sports card.
no, but this is
terminology.
a good pick, Aaron. On Buy the Dip, like these, the variant, the blue one,
the second print,
the second print, the design variant,
for
like
the 3rd print, and then
Third
the 4th print is purple, and 5th
yeah, the
print's
purple
orange.
one.
Yeah.
The first
So-
printing is going for about 600 in a 9.8, right?
600, 700. I think it's what I saw that around.
And I think it's like 600 in a 9.8 or a little less. Cover price does have a really good copy of the dark print. If you guys have never seen the dark version of this, let me go ahead and show you here. So this is a really good way to see it. You could see the two versions, but that's the dark print. See how dark it is? And then if you look at the regular, see how the regular has like a pinkish tint?
Well,
and there's the dark.
This is how I tell the difference, right? So the dark one, you compare it to the inner webs in her arms.
Yep.
If it's like way darker, and then in her dress too as well, like as her as Gwen Stacy. If it's like way darker than those two areas, then you have the dark cover. If it's the same color, basically, then you're just with a regular one. That's how I always compare the difference. But be careful on scans on eBay too.
Oh yeah,
because people always like tend to try to make it look darker than it actually is. So ask for more pictures if you have to.
What's up, Wilbert's in the chat? Where the hell you been, dude?
What up,
dude?
Wilbert? All right.
I thought he was retired, bro. I was gonna like send out a missing persons alert for you, bro.
Wilbert, if you see it in person, there is a significant difference.
Wilbert's probably got about 10 of them.
You just hold them next to each other. You can. There's literally a difference.
Wilbert would know because I mean, the motherfucker's got a lot of fucking books.
Well, this book, like we said, Spider-Gwen stuff could blow up at some point here in the future. But I'll tell you, a book that's gonna blow up even more here in the future. Losh 23,
35 9/8.
Yeah.
How many did I press for you, bro? That's funny.
So Legion of Superheroes, Supergirl and Legion of Superheroes number 23, the famous Adam Hughes cover. Here's a great piece of history. For all of you CBSI fans, old school CBSI guys, this cover right here is the reason that CBSI started. Trey was looking for one of these variants and went on and created a G+ group to find it. That turned into Comic Book Speculation and Investing. So pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we all remember when raw copies were starting to flow back around the market. I remember seeing like market reports, which anywhere between $500 all the way up to $750, I think, like approaching that $1,000 mark, right? And that was just for raw copies. Well, someone had a buy it now listed on eBay. I don't remember the exact price. I want to say it was maybe like $1,300, and they actually took a best offer of $1,150 in a CGC 9.8. So, yeah.
Oh my god.
This has had a 2025 high of $1,300. The low actually is $1,025. Compare this to last year's numbers. We have a $1,500 high, and the low was $1,300. So the high for this year is already the low from last year. So that to me, I think, was the craziest thing to see.
Once we see the first teaser trailer to the new Supergirl, game over.
Yeah, I'm just really curious to see if this beats its all-time high of 1,800. Once we see more Supergirl stuff,
I don't know if it'll get to the 1,800, but I'm sure it'll get back to like the 12, 13.
Yeah,
15 maybe. Yeah.
I mean, this book doesn't sell a bunch every year. I think there's like less than 20 sales every year, like maybe 15 at tops in the year. Like last year only had like 5 or 6 sales in the 9.8. This year's only been 4. So I mean, it's slim numbers to compare to, but like kind of like the prices this year, I would predict are probably going to look close compared to 2018 prices for the lows and highs. It's already kind of looking in that direction. But yeah, I honestly just think it depends on, you know, how many are showing up on market that year, and you know how hot Supergirl is that year, or how much, you know, attention people are paying.
Love this
This
book.
has got to be one of the greatest covers in the last 25 years.
Oh, guaranteed. This is like top 3 in the last 25 years, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But I guess I'll be on the look on.
Right.
for
You
one
tell
that-
Adam, you tell Adam, he's, man, this is a badass cover. And he's all, it's okay.
See if I can find one at C2E2, I guess, right?
I wish
Yeah.
people were honest. You go, hey, bro, this is a badass cover. Yeah, I know, right? I did it badass, right? I did it badass, right, dude?
You know, it's the artist thing. They got to be
honest,
about,
bro.
They got to be honest about their work, right?
Yeah. Don't you wish you could draw like me, brah?
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, moving on to the Almost 10. All right. Starting off with an interesting book that you can still find in places for MSRP. This is the Adventure Time Volume 1 hardcover, and I'm going to say this wrong, I think. Entradion edition. It's got this crazy slipcase that's all die cut and stuff. One sold on eBay for $200, and it was an MSRP of $75. So
That's crazy.
be on the lookout for this one. Yeah. Yep. Adventure Time. There is 5 volumes of this hardcover, so you can get all 5 volumes in this cool slipcase version with the gold foil and stuff. So be on the lookout for any of them for cheap. So pretty dope.
Well, I feel like the generation that grew up on this, they're now having the first taste of like real money and like can spend it.
Yep.
So, yeah, so I think we're at that point in time where they have their first kind of professional jobs, and it's like kind of like, oh, I've always wanted this.
Yep. So $200 on eBay, and you can still find them some places, even on the internet for MSRP. So hint. All right, next on the Almost 10, we have Infectious #1. This is a rare Kevin Eastman book, I believe, from '94, Fanico Press or Fanico Enterprises, and this book sold in a VF Plus for $60 raw.
Damn.
Crazy.
Never heard of this book, never seen it. If anybody
probably
knows
Kevin-
anything
Kevin
crazy about it, let us know. I know it's a rare Kevin Eastman book, so but that's all I know about this one.
It's like a
So.
reprint of his like fanzines that they used to make out of the copy machines.
You know, what if it's
Shout out to-
the artists buying up their shit, right? Just to get some movement, right? Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
Brian will see this on the Almost 10. He buys about 3 of them. Nice job, Kevin.
Yeah.
We're on to you.
So, if you saw this in a half price books, you'd grab it. I know you would.
easy. Oh, easy.
Yes, sir. So,
I
Moving
I wouldn't
on.
have known it was an Eastman cover though.
yeah.
Yeah, but you look at the book and it looks important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next, we've got our first Mark Spears book of the night, which, every once in a while you'll see a couple of them on the Hot 10, just every once in a while. This is the Vampirella issue #1 Dynamite book, which caused a little bit of issues with Mark Spears collectors, but there's 2 copies that are really beautiful. The Purple Rain and the Emerald Virgins are really good, and they're selling for about their ratios. I think one's a 1 in 50. I can't remember what the Purple Rain is, but they're doing pretty decent on the secondary market, and they're probably the two best of the colorways, other than the regular. The regular is just
Yeah,
gorgeous.
that's crazy,
but,
man.
that Purple Rain is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah.
Next, classic Popeye. Every once in a while, you'll see these classic Popeye 1 in 10s show up on the secondary market. They're super rare. Shout out to Big Leg, who was keeping this cornbread quiet until he was able to finish the run. It's one of the toughest variant chases out there. These classic Popeye 1 in 10s. I love the psychedelic one. That's my favorite one. But there's a lot of them that are really good. Of course, the zombie one is a famous one. But this one is a Steve Purcell 1 in 10 that's sold for $125 raw this week. So it's a dope book. Very interesting. Next, speaking of Mark Spears, Captain Planet, the ash can of issue number 1 was sent out to stores this last week, I believe. And they're seeing raw $10 to $15 sales. The people that I have heard gush over Mark's version of Captain Planet has been crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
Right? So many people I see like, oh my God, look at this amazing version of Captain Planet. So many people talking about this. Of course, there's a ton of variants that are going to be out there for this too. But man, that's good. Really, really fucking good. So,
yeah, that Popeye one, the book that you showed, like it looked like Bruce Timm.
Yeah, a little bit, bit. Yeah. All right. Next, we have. This is interesting to me. Nightwing Dan Mora variants, specifically the ones from 2023, which are like issues 99, 105, 106, 108, 111, 113. Are selling raw for $20 to $40 a piece on the secondary market. And the Redondo variants, to me, are better than the Mora variants. But Dan Mora is, one of the best cover artists in the game right now. And people are starting to go back and pick up some of his older stuff. But I really love the variants of Nightwing during this time. The Redondo ones are really good. The 1 in 25s that he did. These are just these aren't ratio variants. They're just open order variants. And they're selling $20 to $40 a pop.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Right. And the print run was low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Mark Spears is in the chat. What's up, Mark?
Yeah. He says, I heard my name, so I had to make an appearance. Oh boy. Working away on some craziness. You guys know that. Always working.
I had to buy all your covers at the comic shop, man, because people were too lazy, and then now I'm getting a lot of hate mail. So sorry.
Buy them all.
Was this at that time period in DC where they were charging that extra $1 for like B and C covers because of the card stock and all that?
That might be. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And maybe these are rare, more rare because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can look that up, but there was something about these. I can't remember. But I think Yee's right. It was the card stock.
Yeah, I like the Redondo ones better. I think
I like that cover.
Redondo.
That half Batman, half Nightwing.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This one's interesting. Let me do this here. Let me see if I can do this. No, not that. This. Okay, there we go. There we go. The Simpsons Comics issue number 240. It's a crazy wraparound cover. The back has a unicorn throwing up rainbows, and then on the front, it's those rainbows landing on the Simpsons. I don't know if this is the final issue. Is this the final issue of the Simpsons comics? Like, I'm not sure on that. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. But I mean, the thing about go ahead.
This sold for an all-time high in a 9.8 for $140 this week. All-time high.
Oh wow.
So
the The secret about Simpsons covers, though, it's not about always what's on the front cover. It's what's on the back cover too. Like, there's a lot of cool back covers that the Simpsons comics have. So people miss out on that a lot.
Yeah, I love this. I love this cover. Simpsons comics are just, they're heat no matter what you find.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout. All right. Next, Ultimate Wolverine issue number 1, the Delato third print Virgin, which came out this week. The 1 in 25 is selling raw for $50 plus. So there you go.
That's that reminds me of old school Delato, man, when his stuff was expensive, man.
Yeah.
That's the Delato I love. That type of art right there.
I can't wait to see a 6 print 1 in 25 that no one orders.
Yeah, I like the Bermejo.
Those were the days, bro.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We have an interesting Dynamite variant from a Kickstarter they did in 2022. This is Bad Kitty number 1, and this is the Linsner regular variant. There is a metal and a foil of this, and just the regular variant sold for $50 raw this week. So, one of those early publisher ran Kickstarters,
Can I have a hug, little kitty?
That skull in the background. Man. But Bad Kitty and was it an old school Chaos comic? I can't remember. I know there was a Bad Kitty Lady Death crossover at one point. So, but
I like it.
Yep, that's a good one. $50 raw. Next, our final book on the Almost 10, Savage Tales, issue number 1, the amazing Arthur Sidum cover from the 2007 run from Dynamite with Red Sonja on the cover. This book, raw $45 book. There is a Virgin cover of this too, but Sidum was at WonderCon, and funny story. I'm going to tell it for Leg, just because he's not here. Leg went over there to get some autographs from him, and Linsner is like, "Yeah, can you watch my table for a second? I got to go take a leak." So he just had Leg watch his table and all his stuff. He just trusted him, you know what I mean, to watch his table while he went and took a piss, and then he came back and signed Leg's books. Right? That's crazy, dude. It's just some guy
I would have been
table,
signing. I would have been signing. Hi, Arthur Sidum, right here. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right, telling everybody go fuck yourself. I'm Arthur Sidum.
But here's the good part about that, right? So because Leg was a good person and sat there and watched it and didn't take advantage of him, karma repaid him, because when Leg walked away, he left 2 of the signed books on Arthur's table and forgot about it until later that night. So when he went to him the next day, Arthur saved them and gave them to him. So that's karma, you guys. Right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I mean, that's something. When I met Sidum, like, I got prints signed by him that he was selling in addition to like the comics I was buying. Whenever we put him in those top loaders, his autograph actually rubbed off. And so I was still in that convention the next day. So I met up with him the next day. I was like, hey, I'm not really trying to complain about anything, but your autograph got smeared like whenever we put it in the top loader. And he's like, oh, let me re-sign that for you. So he re-signs it, and then he does a little quick remark on it real quick where he draws a little skull.
Oh, that's dope.
So, yeah. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But yeah, Almost 10, you guys come hang out with us tomorrow night, Modern Comic Mayhem, Beyond Wednesdays, where it's mayhem. It always is. I don't even know what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure it's going to be crazy. So Beyond Wednesdays, Modern Comic Mayhem, 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there. Let's move on. Starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention this week. This is Teenage Romances number 38 from 1954, Matt Baker book. had a all-time high of a sale, a 7.5 CGC 7.5 sold for $7,500 on this book. So Matt Baker, man, people keeping an eye on those old school books, and those Matt Baker books are going to continue to sell well, no matter what. So
Dang.
really good Matt Baker documentary on YouTube. If you guys should check out, really fucking good. So.
This is crazy because we were talking about a Matt Baker cover yesterday. A long story short, and it was like I think the most recent sell was like a 9.2, like in 2019 or something like that, or maybe it was during pandemic, and it had only sold for like, I don't know, like maybe less than $5,000 or something like that. But there's like 2 9.4s on the census, like that are the top of the census. So we're kind of discussing like, oh, how much would those like 9.2 or 9.4 sell for in the market right now? And then Mercenary and Longshore were thinking around like probably like 10K.
At least
I think that's pretty reasonable for that high of a grade in a Matt Baker.
Wow. Crazy golden age books, man. 1950s. All right, moving on. Next, for our regular honorable mention, we have a classic Walter Simonson variant from the Circle of Four storyline from Venom in 2012. This is the 1 in 100 sketch variant. The color version is a 1 in 50, which is gorgeous. But this book is so hard to find that raws sell for almost as much as CGC 9.8s. A CGC 9.8 of this book recently sold for $1,000, and a raw recently sold for $950.
Yeah.
So
that book is amazing.
Yeah.
The person that paid for that raw paid too much. or the person that sold the 9.8 sold it for too
little.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's certified ghost right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very
I'm waiting for Drew to pop up in chat. Oh, I got like 5 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Simonson's
all
a
right.
beast.
He is. Moving on to number 10 this week, a tough variant. Let me see if I can do this here. How can I do this? Nope, let's just do this. There we go. A very tough variant. This is the Invincible wraparound variant, second printing for Invincible number 60. This book is crazy, crazy tough to find, and it sells for a crazy amount because it's tough to find. $600 to $700 raw.
God.
Have y'all watched the last season of Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's fucking awesome, dude.
I mean, this makes sense why this cover is going up in price.
Yeah.
I want to say that I think I saw Drew with a 10-pack of this at Wanted Comics. Yeah. Yeah. So, Jesus. Tough book, man. What a tough
Did
book.
you get to go tour his warehouse?
No.
Did it have the Invincible logo outside of it?
Oh, we need that filter where it just kicks into Invincible anytime we're about to say.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, very, very cool. All right. Moving on to number 9 this week. Amazing Spider-Man number 546. Of course, the announcement of the brand new day title for the new Spider-Man movie. Selling for CGC 9.8s for $200 now. First appearance of Mr. Negative, first appearance of Jackpot, the second Jackpot, and also one other character, right? But yeah, this book was mass produced by a ton. But hey, if you got them, sell them. If you don't, keep them. Brand new day storyline lasted till like 564. I've seen sets selling for like 150 raw, so not bad.
I'll probably sell a few. Like,
yeah,
I'm a hoarder. I've got like a few.
Yeah, you need to grade a few quickly, Hood.
Well, I did, and I sold some graded ones when they were hot, but they got hot. They're hot again. So
Yeah, they're probably even more hot than they were last time, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some that you want to grade because I'm going to C2E2 next weekend for on-site. Do the on-site.
You know
grading.
what? That's a good idea. Yeah. Oh,
Just let me know how many you're gonna grade. Because
oh.
I plan to grade probably 5 books myself at tops. Like I'm gonna look through my stuff to see if there's anything worth grading. How about that?
God, I
Well,
hate doing that.
Lucas
Looking for
Lucas-
books I want to grade.
Well, I mean,
Lucas-
in the idea of flipping it.
I know, man, but I start getting a pile. Oh, I want to grade this, and the fuck no. I mean, that's the worst shit, dude.
Lucas says, just stop by to ask Bryan how he feels about that about that Ovechkin sale. I am happier than ever because it's still a record number. And even though Ovechkin tied and is getting ready to break Gretzky's record, I bet you my sale stays at a record number because it dropped
had
all
a
the way down to
pumpkin.
$10,000 for
Yeah,
so
you sold yours for 40, right?
43. Sold mine for 43 and it dropped down to a few weeks ago, it was like 10 grand. So we'll have to see, but I am still ecstatic about making that sale. I sold for 5,000. I think I sold for 10,000 over the all-time high, and it's 33,000 over what it's selling for now. So even though I want to get another one, I do at some point I'll buy another one. I don't think it'll ever sell for 43,000. Yeah, again.
So, because yours was a BGS 1010, right?
No, my Ovechkin was a PSA 10. My Crosby was a BGS 9.5.
Oh, okay.
And I
Do
sold
you
both
think
of them.
it
I sold
would
the
sell
Crosby
for that,
7.
Bryan, if he breaks the record and dies while he's breaking the record on the ice?
What, Gretzky's just gonna kill him from the stands?
He's scared.
He has a heart attack as soon as he breaks the
Right?
the great one.
Yeah,
Shoots
man.
out his powers out of his eyes.
Yeah.
What do you think's
That was a
gonna
big
happen?
sale for me, man. It paid for multiple
Bro, that-
years of not having
That
to
was
work.
perfect timing, Bryan.
Yeah,
It
can't
hurts
do much better
the
than
hood
that.
just curse him.
Yeah.
I didn't.
All right.
He's not
Moving on
gypsy.
to number 8, we have Batman issue 158. This is the issue where Hush 2 starts, but this specific one is the Lee Bermejo WonderCon foil variant. It's supposedly limited to 600, and it's selling for $60 raw. So,
Yeah, the
did you
buy-in
guys
was
hear
only
how much
$50.
the Jim
was
Lee?
sure.
Did you guys hear how much the Jim Lee original art for the Batman 158 sold for?
No, how much?
Oh wait, can I take a guess?
Take a guess.
Was it 45,000?
Hood, what do you think?
4501.
Oh,
I
asshole.
think it sold for $260,000.
Oh
I win.
shit.
I'm not sure, but I think that's what I heard. If anybody can verify that, please do.
I would like to change my bid to $1.
Yeah, because
Right.
that is crazy. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Man.
So
Well, I was just trying to base it off as commission prices or whatever, because it's that's what, 25 grand. I figured it wouldn't be that much more, but I guess I was wrong.
let me take a
Do you
look
think
here.
people try and pull DNA off of original art to see if they can find fingerprints and shit like that? I pulled a print, right? Use like the powder to pull fingerprints and shit like that. I wonder if that would make that shit worth more. With Jim Lee 5 Jim Lee fingerprints.
Hey, and Selden, and stronger too as well.
I'm looking to see if I can find anything on it, but I haven't found anything on it. We'll have to verify that. It sold for a lot of money. I know that. All right. moving on to number 7 this week, G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, the Silent Missions edition of issue number 21, which is a facsimile foil. This is specifically the facsimile foil 1 in 25. Came out this week. And, of course, first appearance of Storm Shadow, also the famous all-silent issue that they recreated when Storm Shadow became a good guy in issue 85, which also has a really good cover. This facsimile foil is selling for a decent amount on the secondary market, $30 to $40 raw right now. What would you rather have? Would you rather have the foil of this or the Adam Kubert foil that they did for the Kickstarter?
Kickstarter.
Yeah. Because the Kickstarter would be more rare, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that people weren't shy about ordering these to get the 125s.
So for those of you guys that don't know, this is the Kickstarter Adam foil, or the foil. So they, for the G.I. Joe Compendium Kickstarter, they did a reprint of issue 21 with a new cover by Adam Kubert, and it's got Storm Shadow on the cover. So I would rather have this one if I'm going to get a reprint. I want the one with the new badass cover that only came in the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
instead of
first appearance, first cover. Let's go.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's not his first cover, but
there are some really good variants for this one, though.
Yeah,
there are some really good variants for this one.
I mean, I like the idea that there are blanks out there, and so you can get your favorite artists to draw, Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow on it.
Yep. One of these days, we're going to have to get a Mark Spears Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Moving on to number 6 this week. We got a twofer. Pop Kill issue number 2, the Will Jack variants. These variants went on sale during WonderCon. I think we were standing in line for the...
Oh, my God.
That Saturday.
Yeah, for the Spawn. Yep.
Mama.
And they were what, $50 a set or something like that?
My God.
Yeah.
Go back to the other one, Brian.
It'll just do it on its own. $50 a set. You could have got
just
these
leave
for.
it. Just leave it on that and just go through the.
Now
rest
they're
of the
selling for what, $150 to $200 for a set, and $75 to $100 each.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had just got in my issue 1s like last week, like that Saturday or something like that. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and throw them on eBay. Gone. It's already gone. I already shipped it to my house.
Will Jack drawing like that should be against the law, bro. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So absolutely beautiful. Unreal. Like this Pop Kills series. Shout out to Dave Johnson. This Pop Kills series is going to have the greatest amount of like mama covers ever. Right?
Yeah.
There's a Sveta cover, there's Will Jack covers, there's Adam Hughes covers, there's Dan Panosian covers. There's so many. It's just unreal.
I mean, it was kind of like I feel like the Kickstarter kind of started it, right? You had that Adam Hughes that like definitely put it on everyone's radar about this title. And then when they finally decided to do I don't know, this is an ongoing series or mini series, I don't know what they were doing. But as soon as they made solicitations for it, you saw all the cover artists they were getting to do covers for it, and it's just, the list is just mind blowing.
Hey, guys, is Will Jack married, bro? Do you guys know?
Don't know.
I have no idea.
Because if he is, this motherfucker gets in trouble all the time, dude. Like, who is that bitch? Who's that bitch you drew? Right? You know that's a thing,
my gosh.
bro.
Totally.
Unless that's his
What a
girlfriend,
great covers.
Bro. But man, that shit will start some fights, bro. I knew that was the girl you were looking at. Fucking asshole.
Mark says, I was asked by a store but turned it down. Good. Keep you busy on that badass Spawn series and that badass Monsters series. Moving on.
What was Mark asked?
Mark said, I was asked to do a cover, but I turned it down for Pop Kills. And I said, good.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
Yeah, we keep you busy on that badass Spawn series and that badass monster.
Yeah, you ain't got time to
series.
do that, Mark. You ain't got time to
You
do
got
that.
too good of a monsters in the Spawn series to continue writing.
Man. You got a lot of other work to do, Mark.
Number 5 this week. Of course, one of the worst Marvel ideas in a century since they did Spider-Man the Other or whatever, what was that? Not Brand New Day, but the one before Brand New Day where I think it was Spider-Man the Other, where he said he's no longer married to Mary Jane and This is the second worst idea right here. Making Mary Jane Venom. Way to be 10 years too far behind.
No shit.
This is so stupid. I saw somebody put a comment on a video saying the Venom symbiote, or the symbiote, is supposed to like look somewhat like the person that is hosting it, right? And this is a big beefy man dude with Mary Jane inside. It should be a female looking symbiote. This is terrible. Absolutely horrible.
They've already done that cover before, way back in the day, anyways, too, right? The Mary Jane.
That's what I'm saying.
cover.
They're 10 years too late.
Yep.
Bro, but you got to know this cover fucking sucks, right, dude?
Did you know that this is Crane? That Crane did all these covers?
Bro, like I'm shocked that
I know.
that he's good with that. You know what I mean?
The only reason that this one is
to
selling
me, that
is because
doesn't look like Clayton Crane's work, man.
I'm with you.
Like,
the only reason that this one is selling, in my opinion, is because it was a 1 per store surprise variant. And it's going to go down, unless they do something crazy out of the box to make this cool. This is so stupid. This is a perfect example of how disconnected Marvel is to the consumer.
Bro, how disconnected Marvel is from good work, bro. Like,
well, what if the situation was, start off drawing a Venom comic, and then you find out it's Mary Jane, and then this is what we got.
Yeah, put some red hair on her. Fuck, man.
Bad.
This is like
bad.
Like, and I hate saying like, because artists, they work hard and shit like that, and and I get a lot of flack, but this cover sucks, bro. Like,
it does.
This isn't Clayton Crane. Like, he's got work where it shows like talent. Like, this is not, bro. Like, if I was at a show, I'd take this book. Hey, can I have a remark? But you just redraw it over her head. Like, this is terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilbur,
have you read it? Have you guys read this at all? Oh man,
I wouldn't want to read it looking at that cover. It's like, I didn't even want to know anything about that.
Hey, Wilbur, it's not Mr. Steal Your Wife. It's Mr. Get Pegged by Your Wife.
Yeah. Moving on to by the way, this is selling for $50 to $60 raw. So, moving on to number 4
I'll get him to do
week.
the infinity signature with this book, bro.
Number 4 this week, Spawn issue 361, the Brett Booth WonderCon variant. Absolute banger of a cover. It's a wraparound. It looks gorgeous. The only books that I picked up at WonderCon to flip were this and a couple of new books from new artists that I've not seen. So here's a funny story. I've never been at a con and immediately put books when I get them in hand, take a picture of them right there, immediately put them on eBay. I did it for a 7-day auction. I have never had more bid cancels, retractions ever. I had 5 retractions on these books that I put up.
Really?
They did end up selling. Stein is saying that they're going for 80 to 100 raw for the unsigned and 150 to 160 for the McFarlane signed versions. There's only 650 of each, supposedly. I sold my unsigned for 75. I think they were around 75 a piece. And my signed, I think, was like 150 something. So, I think once the graded ones start showing up, they'll do much better than that, because there is only supposed to be 650 of them. So I will have more available as soon as I get them. I was not smart, and I left my what are those BCW? What are those things? The boxes that you put the comics in, the store folios. I left my store folio in Leg's car, so he's got to send me my books back to me. So I will have some. Yeah, I'm hoping to have my Spawn variants for sale on my eBay sale on Sunday. We'll see. So for anybody that wanted to get one of these and didn't get one yet, come hang out Sunday. We'll see. Shout out to
What's up,
Billy,
Billy?
Economics and Comics jumping in. I also saw Swag jump in earlier. Shout out to Swag. But yeah, this is a gorgeous book, and I'm not surprised that it's hot. Obviously, Spawn book, surprise WonderCon variant. Jim Lee was there. Todd was there. Liefeld was there. It was cool. It was fun. Moving on.
It's
Number 3.
amazing getting those guys together at a con, man.
All right. Number 3 this week, Doom Academy #1, the second print Virgin 1 in 25 Lobos variant is on the list. Look at that. What a beautiful cover.
That's fucking badass.
It is. It's so good. Selling for $80 to $100 plus on the secondary market. So
Easy. Slab it all day. Slab it.
yeah, totally.
Anything Doom right now, man. Fuck. Hang on to it, man, because this shit's gonna get crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Billy says, pick up Vatican City next week. It's good. And if you guys want to know about the best books to pick up on FOC, go watch Billy's FOC top 10 that he does over on Economics and Comics YouTube channel. It's one of the best, if not the best, FOC show in the game. All right. Moving on to number 2 this week, a book that I'm not surprised it's on the list. I wish I would have taken my own advice and grabbed a couple.
I know, man.
All right. The only other person that I saw talking about this book when it hit FOC was our man James Kreider, aka Brains on IG, one of the best comic book speculators and comic book content social medias to follow. This cover was not shown. All you knew was that it was going to be a 1 in 10 Raza variant for a vampire baseball book. That sounds amazing. And the A and B covers look great for this. Absolutely great. But man, look how good this 1 in 10 came out.
Bro, that's great.
I do remember hearing about the solicitations about this somewhere, but I was waiting to see the cover art before.
We talked about it.
We
I
talked
forgot
about it when
what
it got
she-
solicited. Yeah.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. The only other person I saw talking about it was Kreider. It was me and Kreider. And I mean, somebody might else have said it because I just didn't see it. But in our crew, I didn't see anybody else talking about it. So it was us, him. It might have been somebody else. What I'm getting at is not very many people took a chance on not seeing the cover and grabbing one, when we knew it was a badass. It was going to be a Raza cover.
I think Raza's proven themselves to, you can take that gamble, right? Especially on that 1 to 10 indie book. I'm sure not many other people ordered this.
Yeah. Yep. Moving on. Oh, by the way, it's selling for $50 raw. $50 raw.
Bro, that'd be a great cover for like if somebody was writing like the steroid era. You know what I mean?
This
If you
is a
just
great
have this
cover to.
fucking, yeah.
How great would this be to get Raza to sign it on the sweet spot in ballpoint pen?
Yeah.
Should get fucking Barry Bonds to sign that shit.
Or just
Right?
a fine tip Sharpie so you don't ruin the grade of the book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be so sweet to get this signed on the sweet spot.
Oh, or with like red pen too to match the stitching.
Yeah. Beautiful. It does look like Party. It looks like Party and Mad Balls. And we talked about it looking like Mad Balls. Yeah. So.
Oh, remarks on it would look sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on to the #1 book of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This one's a weird one. Friday the 13th, Pamela's Tale, issue #1 from DC Comics, aka Wildstorm, and 2007, you guys. This is a Dustin Nguyen cover on the regular issue. Issue #2 has a triptych kind of like, or a one that's similar to it with Jason standing, and it's the Jason mask in the middle. Both issues 1 and 2 had a ton of sales together for $100 plus. This book is selling for $100 raw, up to $100 raw itself.
Why?
Absolutely crazy. Have you guys been paying attention to this at all?
What the fuck's going on with this?
All right. Hold on.
Where's the cornbread, bro?
So there is, I guess, Linda Cardellini is going to play Jason's mom in a Friday the 13th TV show. So this book is on fire.
Yeah.
Yep. A week ago, it got announced that there's going to be a Friday the 13th TV show based on Jason's mom. So going to be yeah. So, but this is a low print run, very low print run series. Yeah,
bro, like
awesome.
Hey, bro, if you thought he was bad, you should see his fucking mom, dude. She was fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the script is a prequel and follows Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees, as she grows up to become the psycho mother Norman Bates only dreamt of. So there you go,
bro.
Jason's mom.
It's almost like my mom
has got it going on.
Almost like my mother-in-law got this bitch beat, dude.
KA, did you hit one of us up on IG, brother? Hit one of us up. KA,
hey, you know what my mother-in-law did the other day, dude? So
oh great, here we go.
I bought my nieces some chicken McNuggets, right? And she was over there because she had been babysitting the girls. So I get home. And
oh, cool! I like how the chat's singing along with me.
And so I got the girls nuggets, and I said I'll be right back. I went to go change, and I come out, and this bitch is eating the girls nuggets, dude. And I go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm hungry." And I go, "I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here, man." I started yelling at her, and my wife got home. She says, "What's going on?" I said, "Your mom's fucking eating the girls' nuggets." And the girls started crying, so I had to take them to McDonald's and got them new Happy Meals because that bitch was fucking eating the fucking. I said, like, God damn, the nuggets ain't that good, dude. Like, fucking crazy, dude.
Hey, KA,
Bro,
hit me up with another message
just
just so I know that it pops up. Your name might be different. Is your name different on IG? Just so I know it's you. I checked my messages. I didn't see it, but just in case, shoot me another one. Yeah.
Oh,
mother-in-laws, man.
Can't
Joe's
bring any food
kryptonite.
for the girls, and she'll fucking eat it, dude.
Oh, also don't forget to select the comment from last week's episode.
Oh, yeah.
I had forgotten about that, and I was good. Now I'm thinking about that. It's just pissing me off, bro. Man,
Let me see.
makes me want to go dump her garbage out in the front of her lawn and shit, dude. So I'll probably do that in the morning.
YouTube comment picker.
Nice.
Let's go find this. From last week's episode, right?
Yes, sir. And you will be messaging the House of Stein on Instagram if you win. I don't remember the exact price. It was a Spawn cover. I think it was a colored version, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, here's my cornbread for the night. Go buy this. The Michael Jordan's first book, comic book, authorized. Look at that. There's MJ with his tongue out. I'm telling you. 1991.
Also,
Cornbread.
The
Not from
following
the life
program
guide,
deals with a
from the-
controversial subject. The theories expressed
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I apologize. Trying to figure out which video it is.
I think I titled it not the Hot 10 or something like that.
Why is it doing that? Huh. It's acting
What are you
weird.
guys looking for? Comments or what?
Yeah. Open incognito. YouTube House of Stein. All right, let's see if we can find it here. Okay, I got it.
What's up, Derek? What's up, Awesome Sauce? What's up, Wilbert? What's up, Economics? What's up, Kilted? What's up, Dave? What's up, Brad? What's up, Dark Fizo?
Okay,
What's
here
up?
we go.
Hey, House of Stein's in the chat.
This is our next. Shout out to Ben. Appreciate you, Ben. We're almost done, brother. No need to jump on. No need to hurry. All right, here we go. Here is our winner. Our winner is
Pick it. Go.
Philip
Go.
Sargent, 49995. If you do another artist spotlight show, I'd suggest Adam Hughes or Michael Turner. Great suggestion. Philip, get a hold of House of Stein on IG or in the comment section here and let them know that you won. Very, very cool. Shout out to this guy right here who we haven't seen in forever that I want to give a big shout out and big love to, our boy Tomb, who
what's up,
I don't know if
Tomb?
you saw it, Tomb, but we had Red's song played multiple times in the pre-shows of the live shows on Beyond Wednesdays lately. Make sure you guys go show Tomb some love. Can't wait to get him
She
hanging
dropped a
out with
music
us
video
again.
too as well.
I know. I saw that. Yeah. So shout out to our boy Tomb. Very, very one of our OG community members. One of the best.
Oh yeah, man.
So
Oh yeah, I still
Can't wait to see you
have
soon.
some Tumo, eh? Let's see. Boom. Let's go.
Oh
look at
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Tim, where's
good.
mine? I remember Drew back in my crazier days.
Yeah, Tomb's OG. All right, so that is
What's
the
up,
Hot 10
Shiki?
this week, you guys. We'll be back. You guys gonna be on the show tomorrow night? You guys around tomorrow night?
Is there
I
any
am
good shit going on?
I am
What's
not
going
on tomorrow night. My band is playing a show, so I will,
Where's your band playing?
we will be playing at St. Bernard's in Houston.
There we go.
Oh, there's also a burlesque show going on at the show I'm playing at.
Is it a
Not too
dog shelter
shabby.
too? Right, the dog.
Well,
I guess I'll have to bring my dog and find out.
I'm sure we'll be pretty heavy talking about some sports tomorrow night. I can't wait to see Nate. Hopefully Nate will be jumping on with
Oh,
us.
the Final Fours tomorrow, man.
Yes.
Oh,
So
so then
he's
you'll
going to
probably
be
won't see
having
him.
a great night. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston.
but,
Houston's playing in San Antonio tomorrow.
Shit, he
ooh-wee.
might be in San Antonio then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing him.
So, all right, you guys, much love. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Modern Comic Mayhem, 10 p.m. Eastern. And let's get into the Quickie 10. What do you we can't have Stein to say his thing, so Yee, you got to do it.
See ya.
Oh man, not bad. That was good.
Starting off with our golden honorable mention this week, our golden age honorable mention with Teenage Romances number 38, a beautiful Matt Baker book from 1954. A CGC 7.5 had an all-time high sale of $7,500. The highest sale before this was a 4.5, which sold for $1,400 earlier this year. Our regular honorable mention, Venom number 13 from 2012. This is the Circle of Four storyline. The Walt Simonson 1 in 50 is gorgeous, but if you can get Walt Simonson 1 in 100 sketch variant, yeah, people will pay a pretty penny for it, including paying almost the same for a raw copy as you would a 9.8. A recent raw sale of $9.50 and a recent CGC 9.8 sale of $1,000 makes us going, At number 10, Invincible, issue number 60, the second print wraparound cover, seeing crazy raw sales of $600 to $700. Man, that rare Invincible stuff just keeps getting crazier. What a great third season. Shout out to Big Clutch and Drew at Wanted Comics, who had some great Invincible sales over the last couple of weeks. At number 9, Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 546, with the brand new day title being given to the new Spider-Man movie. This book is seeing a big jump with CGC 9.8 selling for $200. Got the first appearance of Mr. Negative and Jackpot in this one. Love Mr. Negative as a character. At number 8, Batman issue number 158. This is not the Jim Lee 1 in 250 or whatever it was. This is the Lee Bermejo WonderCon foil variant that's limited to 600, selling for $60 raw on the secondary market at number 8. Number 7 this week, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, the Silent Missions Edition 2025 facsimile of issue number 21, the famous silent issue, which is also the first appearance of Storm Shadow. This is the foil edition, specifically 1 in 25 ratio foil. This book is selling on the secondary market for $30 to $40 plus. At number 6, we got a twofer, Pop Kills issue number 2, the Will Jack variants. The set was sold for $45, I believe, online for the both of them, and now sets are selling for $150 plus, with raw sales individually $75 to $100 on these. They are limited to $500 and $600 each, respectively. At number 5, all new Venom issue number 5, the Clayton Crane Mary Jane Surprise 1 per store variant, selling for $50 to $60 raw. Why? I have no idea. At number 4 this week, the gorgeous Brett Booth WonderCon wraparound variant for Spawn issue 361 is selling for $80 to $100 raw. There were limited to 650 copies at WonderCon. There's also a signed edition limited to 650 copies that was available at WonderCon. These are selling for $80 to $100 unsigned, $150 to $160 signed. At number 3, Doom Academy number 1, the second print version 1 in 25 Lobos variant, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Selling for $80 to $100 plus raw on the secondary market, and this one would look great in a slab. At number 2, one of the best covers we've seen in a long time, especially for a baseball series. The series is called Pastime, put out by Mad Cave Studios this week. Great looking series, great looking premise. The A and B covers are just as gorgeous, but this Raza 1 in 10 is flying on the secondary market. Already have sales of $50 plus on this one, and what a great signing candidate this is. If you ever wanted to get a comic signed on the sweet spot, here's your chance. This can get signed by just about any baseball player and creator of this book and look good. At number 1, Friday the 13th, Pamela's Tale, issue number 1 from DC, aka Wildstorm, in 2007. This book is flying on the secondary market with sales of $100 plus for issue number 1. If you add on the issue number 2 connecting cover, selling for over $100 for the set, with a new series being announced for TV about Jason's mother, Pamela, as she's growing up. This book is flying. I don't think there's very many of them out there. It seems like a pretty short print run book. We'll have to keep an eye on it even more. We'll see if it continues, but pretty cool to see this selling for as much as it is on TV spec, which most of us thought was pretty dead. But here you go. You never know. Spec is always cyclical, And this has been the House of Stein Hot 10 for April 4th, 2025. We'll see you next week. Adios.